Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Wildcat Football. We're up in Anna, Texas for a matchup. Should be a pretty good matchup here at the end of the season, John Mark.
Well, that's putting it lightly, I would say, Chad. Yeah, this is a game for the district championship.
That's right. Both teams with similar records and arguably the two best teams in the district. But it should be a good contest.
Of course, Anna is number 3 in the state in Class 4A Division I football, so take that for what it's worth, which I think is considerable.
Yeah, sure. Well, you bring that up.
They earned that very much last year when they went 13-1 and lost to the eventual state champion China Spring 31-14 in, I believe, the 15th week. So they're a legitimate number 3 team in the state. Now, Sulphur Springs Wildcats may be vastly underrated here. We just don't know that. But both teams are 8-1. Both teams are 4-0 in district play. Interesting last week, Chad, that Anna really struggled against Paris. Winning that game only 21-20. Now the Wildcats struggled against Paris as well, winning 37-30 2 weeks ago. But it was surprising that Anna had as difficult a time as they did. And in talking with Brandon Faircloth, I'm not sure if this was in the conversation that aired a few minutes ago or not, but he said Paris had a chance to win the game late, went for 2 and did not make the 2-point.
Oh, so they could have tied it up with a field goal.
They could have tied it up
an extra point
with the extra point, but decided to go with the 2-point conversion with about 2 minutes to go. So that game could have gone to Paris. So, make of that again what you will. Comparative scores are always kind of a dangerous thing. But it's Anna at 4-0, Sulphur Springs at 4-0. Paris is already in the playoffs with a 2-2 record, as are, by the way, Anna and Sulphur Springs also.
It's just really for bragging rights there who's first in the district. First and second is what we're playing for tonight. And
playoff seeding, which we'll get to.
Of course, yes.
As well. Also, Kaufman is at 1-3. They are playing Community tonight also at 1-3, and the winner of that game will go to the playoffs. And then Maybank is out of the playoffs at 0-4 in the district. So another thing that we're watching tonight are the games in the district next door, so to speak. Last night, Panther Creek beat Salina 31-27 to basically take the district championship there. So Frisco Panther Creek is 6-0, and they're done for the regular season. Salina 5-1, they'll be second. Wilmer Hutchins and Dallas Carter are playing each other tonight, and that game will determine 3 and 4 in District 7 4A Division I, and that will then also determine who the Wildcats are going to play in the by-district game, depending on whether Sulphur Springs wins tonight here against Anna, or whether Anna wins, and depending on who wins between Wilmer Hutchins and Dallas Carter. So at the end of the evening, we should have a pretty good idea of who the Wildcats will be playing next week in by-district.
Yeah, fantastic. And a great night for football here in Anna, Texas. It's 65 degrees here, and kickoff in about 7 minutes. And we've got a little light wind coming out of the south. About 9 miles per hour could be a factor on some kickoffs and maybe some punts, but not too bad right now. Hopefully that wind will die down. So we're waiting for the captains to come out. In fact, they're waiting for the teams to come out of their respective end zones here. The Coyotes are lining up. Wildcats lined up under their big helmet, and so we've got an exciting night of Wildcat football. We're over here in the visitor stands with a lot of the Wildcat faithful that have made the drive over here, and we just listened to, before we came on air, we listened to Man Oh Man, that Wildcat band play the school song, and gosh, they placed 5th in state.
Yes, they did.
So UIL state competitor this week, the Sulphur Springs High School Wildcat Band, and they went down to the Alamo Dome there in San Antonio and placed 5th. So they very great showing for the Sulphur Springs Wildcat Band.
By the way, and I hope nobody takes offense at this, but I will point out that Anna placed 3rd. So we have number 3 band in the state and the number 5
band in the state in 4A. Yes, so here tonight. And looks like we've got our captains lined up here on the near side. Since we're on the visitor side, we've got number 75, number 3, and number 4. So, of course, that's Brady Driver, number 4, Austin Cheney, number 3, and then number 75, Day Hall, will be captains for tonight's game and going out, and they will participate in the coin toss. The Wildcats just came out to reception of about, I'm going to say we've got about 120 Wildcat fans already on this side. They're streaming in. It's still kind of a hard place to get to, isn't it?
It depends on what directions you take. But
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's I will say a pleasant drive, I think, the way we came anyway.
Yeah. Well, mostly through the country. We went. We took the route through Commerce and went through Fairley, which I think they should rename that Barely, because there's not barely anything there, John Mark.
Not a lot up there at Fairley, although what is there is very good. So
yes, right.
We'll say that. By the way, in talking to Brandon Faircloth this week, they have discussed with both Carter and with Wilmer Hutchins the possibility of playing in Mesquite next week in a bi-district game, and probably at Hanby Stadium. Could be Thursday night, could be Friday night. Probably Friday night, but I've noticed that quite a few playoff games are being scheduled on Thursday night. So we would know. We might know tonight, and we'll see if we can find out for you before things are over. But again, either against Wilmer Hutchins or Dallas Carter. If it's Dallas Carter, that's interesting because that would be a rematch of the game last year in bi-district that the Wildcats lost to Carter. Great game, though, 37-33. So it'd be very interesting to see how those teams have developed over the course of 1 year, and see if the Wildcats have gotten 4 points better or maybe 5 points better than Dallas Carter since that time. But definitely a good possibility that the Wildcats will play Dallas Carter in a bi-district game next week.
Yeah, and we just had the coin toss. The Anna Coyotes. Coyotes or Coyotes? What
Coyotes.
You're going to call it Coyotes. That's what I would call it. They won the toss. They've deferred the kick until the second half, so the Wildcats will be getting the kick. The Anna Coyotes are going to be kicking with the wind. They're going to be going from south to north, left to right on your radio dial here as we get ready for the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff.
And looking at the U.S. flag that was hoisted here just a few minutes ago during the national anthem, there is a little bit of a breeze, more than I thought that there was. So when you have a flag that large that's moving as much as that one is, you've got a significant wind.
And the Coyotes take the field on the opposite side of the field from where we're sitting right now. They also deferred their entrances after the coin toss, which is kind of odd, but that's fine. It's their home stadium. A beautiful, nice stadium here in Anna, a fast-growing community up here north of McKinney, and just right outside Melissa, and so a very busy community up here.
You have Anna, Melissa, and Van Alstyne all right together, one after the other, about 5 to 10 miles apart north of McKinney. This stadium was built in 2018, so it's a relatively new stadium. I came here with the Commerce Tigers a number of years ago, and this stadium was not here at that time. I think it's the same field, but they played in what was, a typical little country town stadium at that time. But it's long gone, and this is very nice. But as Chad has pointed out, we're sitting in the visitor stands here this evening because no room at the inn, if you will, for
beautiful,
the KSST broadcasters.
A nice, beautiful press box they have across the field there, John Mark. I can see, but looks like those people are nice and comfy inside. But there's and it looks as big or maybe even bigger than Gerald Prim Stadium, but no room for any visiting radio. So we'll be over here on the visitor side rooting along all these very excited Sulphur Springs Wildcat fans who have made the drive over here.
The thing about that is you may hear more crowd sound from the Sulphur Springs fans than you will from Anna, so you may be a little bit confusing. We are in Anna, but we're sitting on the Sulphur Springs side, so you may hear a lot of the Sulphur Springs fans making noise more so than you do the Anna fans. Anna will kick off. Go ahead, Chad.
We got 3 Wildcats back to receive the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff, so we're just about to get going. Here they go. Here comes the kickoff. John Mark.
Camden Schlitt is the kicker, and this is angled to the near side, but all the way to the goal line. And a fair catch taken there for Sulphur Springs by Chris Adams, and so Wildcats will have the ball at the 25-yard line.
He got the benefit. Their kicker got the benefit of that wind blowing, and it took it all the way into the end zone, and he fielded that kickoff, and they'll start on the 25-yard line. So
Anna's colors are purple and white. They wear purple jerseys with white pants, purple headgear. Wildcats in their white traveling jerseys, royal blue numbers outlined in gold, royal blue pants, and the white headgear. Brady Driver, of course, is the senior quarterback. Fakes a handoff, bubble screen to start the game, intended for Wyatt Watson, but through his hands, incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yep.
Wildcats moving from our right to our left.
So number 14 comes out, a little personnel change already.
Chris Adams.
Yeah, that was Chris Adams that fielded that kickoff and chose not to return it. Good choice because he was all the way back in his own end zone. So
Jeff Stevenson, the center, out over the football on this 2nd down and 10 play. Brady Driver heading off, and this one goes to Malachi Rowland, and he's got nowhere to go. Trying to go off left tackle, but he has swarmed and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Yeah, they're not going to give him much forward progress on that. We've already got a player down here, Anna Coyote down, but he's popped right back up. It's going to be got his jersey kind of messed up there too over his shoulder pad, but he's making his way off under his own power, so it's going to be a very important 3rd down decision for your Sulphur Springs Wildcats.
Thought for a moment we had a timeout, but I guess not. Wildcats were coming to the sideline.
Yeah.
Anna's going to be led on defense very much so by linebacker C.J. Miller, who's a senior. 110 tackles and 6 sacks for C.J. Miller. This is 3rd down and 10 for Sulphur Springs. Ball's on the near hash. 2 men go wide to the far side, 1 to the near side. Grayson Reams, no, that is Jackson Hare in motion from left to right. Driver rolling out to his right, all kinds of pressure, and gets rid of it. Incomplete.
Well, as we've said before, Brady Driver is just an excellent quarterback and scrambler, and he did a great job by not getting sacked on that.
And that was C.J. Miller we were talking about just a moment ago, putting the pressure on him.
Yeah, so it's going to be punt time for your Wildcats, and Brady Driver is going to stay in the game as the quarterback and the punter for the Wildcats.
4th down and 10.
Going to be standing all the way back on about his own 12-yard line.
A slight wind in his face, gets a high snap, gets the punt away, and this one coming down at the 45-yard line in Anna territory. Here's the return, and it is not going to be any return at all there for Jaden Poole because he is brought down by Braxton Wall for Sulphur Springs.
Yes, the great tackle there on special teams by the Wildcats. They're going to push those Coyotes back. They're going to be, it looks like, right on their own 45-yard line. They're going to be moving left to right. And Sulphur Springs Wildcat defense already on the field. So 3 and out for the Wildcats. This very tough Anna team. We'll see what the defense can do against their state-ranked offense.
It's a 30-yard punt by Brady Driver. No score. First possession now for Anna. Here is a toss on 1st down. And they keep it on the ground, go off the left side, and that's a big gain for Anna into Sulphur Springs territory to the 44-yard line.
Number 1 on the carry there.
And that is Edward Chumley, their leading ball carrier.
Yeah.
So that's a 1st down for Anna on the first play from scrimmage.
And we've got dueling bands going on.
That is something that I've noticed this year that I am not a fan of, I have to tell you.
You're not a fan of the dueling bands?
I am not.
Yes.
Actually, they are not supposed to be playing at all.
Yep. Well,
when the teams are at the line of scrimmage. Flags down.
Yep. Before that play got snapped, Flag came out. I didn't see any of those officials counting the players on either side, so I don't think it's that. Coming over here to
sideline warning against the Wildcats. Now, it's a good thing that we have the referee mic'd here tonight, so that'll help us a lot.
So that sideline warning means the coaches or some of the players, there's too many of them. One may be too many for these officials, or they're out off the sideline and into the field of play, so they've gotten warned for that.
First down, Anna at the Sulphur Springs 44-yard line. They gained 11 yards on the first play from scrimmage on a carry by Edward Chumley. Here's the snap to DeAndre Williams, the quarterback. He's throwing deep and well covered by the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Incomplete.
I can tell you that
10-yard line.
Neither one of those receivers nor the two defenders ever saw that ball.
Yeah.
He launched that ball very quickly, high pass way down the field, and was trying to connect one of those receivers. And the receivers slowed down. They couldn't find the ball, and if they did, see the ball, they would have sped up and tried to get to it. But our defenders had the same problem, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for those Coyotes.
DeAndre Williams with 1,765 yards passing and 25 touchdown passes coming into the ball game. 2nd down and 10 from the Sulphur Springs 44. Man in motion from left to right, and that is Jacob Emmers. Emmers finally makes the corner and turns upfield, and he reaches the 40-yard line, but a good job of containing the play by the Wildcats.
That's Grayson Hardy on the tackle there, took him down for a short gain. We'll call it 4 yards.
Grayson Hardy leads the Wildcats with 107 tackles and 62 solo tackles. So here is 3rd down, and we make it 6 from the Sulphur Springs 40-yard line. Snap to Williams in the shotgun. Feeling the pressure, throwing, and incomplete at the 35-yard line. Pass intended there for Eric Bowen.
Yeah,
but a little bit lower.
I heard a whistle before that play actually ended, but I'm not sure what happened there. They're going to call it an incomplete pass, and it's going to be 4th down. It's going to be decision time for the Coyotes as they're on the Wildcat 40-yard line. They've got about 6 yards to go for 1st down. They're showing that they're going for it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. 3 men wide to the far side, 1 to the near side, a back to the left of DeAndre Williams. Williams thrown over the middle, incomplete.
Yep, a good pass, a little behind the receiver there, number 2 for the Coyotes, and he just couldn't reel it in. Got some fingertips on it, but he dropped it, so it's going to be Wildcat football. It's going to be headed the other way down the field. It's 1st and 10 on the Wildcat 40-yard line.
Sean Steens, the intended receiver there for the Anna Coyotes.
Yeah, I think he was just a little bit behind him, and he tried to turn around and fingertip catch it there. Wildcats
got some pressure on Williams. I think that had something to do with that.
Yep.
1st down for Sulphur Springs from the 40-yard line in Wildcat territory, and this is Cameron Jefferson getting the call, and he's got some positive yards for Sulphur Springs right up the middle. Gets to the 45-yard line for a gain of 5 yards.
And a great block there by Vincent Johnson, number 77 on the offensive line for the Wildcat. Yep. A great block. He was up there running right there with the running back. So
Wildcat offensive line, Isaac Alexander, Aiden McCarroll, Jeff Stevenson is the center, Brandon Vasquez, and Vincent Johnson. 2nd down and 5, snap to Driver. He fakes to Jefferson. Driver takes it himself off the left side, and Driver for about 3 yards.
Yeah,
and it'll be 3rd and 2.
They're going to give him a little forward progress there, move him on up the field. I have to say also, John Mark, we're here right here in the Grayson Reams cheering section. The Reams family not far from us here in the visitors stand. So we're looking for Grayson Reams tonight.
Strong safety Grant Cerveni made the tackle for Anna. 3rd down and 2 for Sulphur Springs. Brady Driver changing the play. Power formation here. Driver right up the middle has the 1st down.
And then some. Yes, he great. He got 4 or 5 yards on that. You're going to calculate that for me as they move it right up to the 45-yard line on the Coyote side of the field.
It's a 7-yard gain for Brady Driver.
I hesitate there, John Mark, because we're trying to keep up with the scoreboard, but we're on the visitor side over here, so the ball marker, what we're looking for all the time, is on this side of the field, and all the players are standing in front of it. That's fine.
That's the problem from about doing it from this side. Okay, we give it on first down to Malachi Rowland. Rowland looking for a block. Little stutter stepping there. Finally picks his way for a couple of yards to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Sulphur Springs.
Yes, a short gain on that Hooten's Hardware first down that we just had there, John Mark.
Yep.
But a beautiful, nice big screen that they're showing the game on, and then a little tiny scoreboard on the other end of the field. So you got to choose your own priorities here, I guess. So
wideouts, 2 of them to either side of the field. Driver throwing complete at the 25-yard line, and that is Skylar Lewis, I believe.
Yes.
Skylar Lewis hauls it in, and the Wildcats on the move. 18 yards.
Yes, a great catch, and he stayed in bounds, not a problem. So that's going to be another Hooten's Hardware first down for your Wildcats as they move on down the field. They're on the 25-yard line, John Mark.
This drive started at the Sulphur Springs 40.
Right.
And now this will be the 6th play of the drive. No score in the game, 6:54 left to go in the first quarter. Driver handing off to Cameron Jefferson. No, faking to Jefferson. A quick pass out to the flat to Sky Lewis. And Lewis carries it down to the 10-yard line.
Along with 3 defenders.
Skylar Lewis, who had the huge week last week against Kaufman and was nominated as Mr. Texas Football this week by Texas Football Magazine. Now they say he went down at the 12-yard line. So that's a 13-yard gain. That little quick screen pass to Skylar Lewis after a fake to Cameron Jefferson.
I think when he received that pass, it was only for 7 or 8 yards, and he carried all those defenders with him.
Sure did. Fake to Jefferson. Driver going to carry it himself. Coming to the near side. Driver bumped out of bounds.
Yeah.
And we'll see where they say he went out. Again, our perspective here is not the best. I thought myself he got to the 5.
They're going to give him about
quite.
4 yards on that. So they're going to send him to 6.
8.
Correct. So 6 to go. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for your Wildcats. They're well inside the red zone. They can get a first down and not a touchdown, but probably going to try to go ahead and put it in the end zone.
First threat of the game here. Snap to Driver. Hand it to Malachi Rowland. He is hit and dropped for a loss.
And we've got a flag on the play.
Number 23, Nathan Nickerson there immediately for the tackle. Assisted by number 42, Avery Greer.
Coyote defense read that one pretty quick, and they're coming over here to talk to Brandon Faircloth.
Illegal formation. 5 players lined up in the backfield on the offense. Penalties decline. Resulting plays 3rd down.
False start or a...
it's an illegal formation. They said there's 5 players lined up in the backfield is what they said. So Brandon Faircloth pleading his case to the official, but they're going to back that ball up, and it's going to be 3rd down. No, they're going to decline the penalty on the other side.
They did.
Because he was sacked for a loss there.
Right.
So it's going to be 3rd and probably 8.
Yep.
And they have to get all the way down to the 2-yard line for a first down, but they're on the 10-yard line.
Well, all kinds of movement.
Yeah.
Line of scrimmage here.
There's about 7 flags on that one. I think there's 6 officials.
Well, there should be 7. But
okay. Maybe there's 7.
False start definitely against Sulphur Springs that time. Everybody was moving when they should not have been. So this pushes it back to the 15-yard line. So now it's 3rd and very long.
Yep. It's going to be 3rd and 13 for your Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Are on the 15-yard line. Looking for a big pass play here from Brady Driver.
Need to get to the 2-yard line for the first down.
Yep.
Ball on the near hash. Malachi Rowland in the game at running back. 1 step to the right of Driver. Here's a fade to the end zone.
Oh, look, here comes the flag. Yep.
Incomplete. Intended for Chris Adams, but a flag down on that play.
Oh, yeah.
The ball was in the air.
Yes, there was a lot of contact there beyond just the friendly contact. And so they're going to get a call here for pass interference. I'm just certain of it.
That was a 3rd and 8 play for the Wildcats. Still waiting for the official indication here.
Yep, here it comes.
Holding.
So that was a holding call, which
Against Anna.
yes, against Anna. That's real good for your Wildcats because they're going to. It's going to be first and goal now. They're going to take it half the distance to the goal. That's going to put the ball on the, I'm going to say the 7-yard line, but we'll wait for them to change the scoreboard. And it's going to be first and goal for your Wildcats as they enjoy another Hooten's Hardware first down.
No score in the game. Brady Driver changing the play, it looks like. Moved up close to the line so they could hear him. And there's a snap to Driver. And Driver, with good blocking in front of him, is close to the goal line.
No indication yet.
Down to about the 1-yard line or thereabouts.
That's so they're going to get. It's just going to be second down in inches, I think here.
Well, I've said the 1 now. As I look at it, it looks like the 2 again.
Oh yeah, so it's a little farther back.
So second down and goal from the 2. Driver in the shotgun. Has Jefferson in a pistol back formation right now, but now Jefferson moves up closer to the line, and the snap to Driver. Driver using his blockers, and he is in for the touchdown over the right side, and the flag down on this play.
Yes, no indication yet from the officials. That's a touchdown. Brady Driver certainly made it into the end zone, but flag came out. They're coming over here to talk to Brandon Faircloth on this side.
Driver scores from 2 yards out. Good blocking by the Wildcat offensive line. Also from Cameron Jefferson and Grayson Reams in the backfield.
Here comes the call.
It is a touchdown. Face mask penalty against Anna. Now, I think that will be assessed on the kickoff, will it not?
I think it will. And, of course, Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go, Wildcats, as Brady Driver walks it into the end zone for 6 points. And they're going to go for 2.
Wow, how about that?
There you go.
Driver, his 18th rushing touchdown of the season, and they will go for 2. And it goes to Driver off the left side. Driver lowers the shoulder, and he's got it.
And so the 2 more points on the score. That's going to make it 8-0. Your Wildcats over those Coyotes. There's 4:31 left in this first quarter. We're going to take a quick break and be right back here on KSST with Wildcat football.
Okay, good. Levels okay, James?
And welcome back here to Wildcat football here on KSST, where your Sulphur Springs Wildcats have gone up over the Anna Coyotes 8-0. We've got 4:31 left in this first quarter as the Wildcats and Mr. Rodriguez, I believe, teeing up the ball there. John Marks, you ready for the to kick off the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff? They've apparently they've been watching some film because they've got some men deep back there, and Mr. Rodriguez will be kicking into the wind. So a little bit different here. Are your Wildcats still moving from right to left here as we
Now, when you say they've been watching some film, I thought you were referring to the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. They saw something that led them to go for that 2-point conversion.
They did, yes. That's a very good point. I was saying that they've watched Mr. Rodriguez here kick off because they're standing on their goal line back there.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Now, he only takes a short step into it, and it bounces at the 35-yard line. That was a free ball.
Yes.
And one of the Coyotes came up, and that was John Leslie Rosales, very alertly pounced on the ball. But Wildcats going possibly for, I wouldn't call it an onside kick, but to let that thing bounce around and see what might happen there.
Yes, great kind of surprise kick there by Eric Rodriguez, or, of course, called in by Brandon Faircloth, but they were almost a good result for the Wildcats. They were kind of unaware that was coming.
Well, we saw a kick somewhat like that against Paris a couple of weeks ago. 1st and 10, and Anna has good field position here at their own 39-yard line. They give it to George Rogers, number 2 ball carrier. Statistically for Anna, he goes to his left and cuts it back. And Laren Vaughn, the middle linebacker, one of the Wildcats in on that tackle as George Rogers gets up to the 1-yard line. I don't think any relation of the Heisman Trophy winning George Rogers and the NFL star with the New Orleans Saints and Washington Redskins. 2nd down and 7. From the 41-yard line, Williams, all kinds of trouble, having to scramble, but he is extremely quick and agile, and he scrambles out of the pocket there and is close to a first down up near the 50-yard line.
As we were walking in, we were talking with the quarterback's grandfather, and he was comparing stats of his grandson to our quarterback, Brady Driver, and was very complimentary of Brady Driver, by the way, and because they have similar stats. And his grandson, number 8, he has just as many passing yards as Brady Driver has rushing yards. So that was a good stat. So we're going to look for a lot of stuff in the air from their quarterback.
Here's 3rd and 3 for Anna. Hand off to George Rogers going left. He'll have the first down as he slashes across the line of scrimmage, makes it to the corner, turns upfield, and I'm not sure where the Wildcats finally corralled him. But they are definitely moving the chains, and this is going to be quite a big gain for Anna, all the way into Sulphur Springs territory at the 39-yard line.
Then their band goes wild over there. The third-ranked state-ranked band over there, the Anna band. And
it's a 14-yard gain there for George Rogers.
3:37 left in this first quarter. Your Wildcats up 8-0 over the Coyotes.
First down from the 39-yard line. Hand off to Rogers between the tackles. Short gain, hit hard, brought down decisively by one of the Wildcats there, and that was
I think it was 34. It looked like
Zach Thomas is who I saw, but also Nathan Andrews had a piece of that tackle.
Yes, good deal.
Gain of 2. So it is 2nd down and 8 from the 37-yard line in Sulphur Springs territory. Wildcats lead at 8-0, 3:10 to go in the first quarter. From Anna in Collin County.
Outdoors, al fresco in the visitor stands.
A beautiful night for football.
It is a nice night.
Here's the bubble screen to the far side. It is complete. And taking it down the sideline for another nice gain for the Coyotes. That
number
is
2.
Steens. Sean Steens, who makes the catch and gets down to the 25-yard line.
Very quick, and so those Anna Coyotes are moving on down the field. They're going to be in the red zone before you know it, John Mark, if the Sulphur Springs Wildcats can't dial up their defense.
12 yards on that gain. First down at the 25-yard line of Sulphur Springs. There's a toss to Jacob Emmers, and Emmers, I think, made the catch, and then did he lose control of the ball?
Yeah, but he's regaining. He's getting up with it, so that was going to be.
So it was a complete pass.
Yes, and it was Austin Cheney on the
down to
stop
the 23.
there.
Jacob Emmers, by the way, 20 receptions for 232 yards, 4 touchdowns. Division I prospect being recruited by UTSA, Arkansas State, Boise State, Cal, and Louisiana Tech. He is a senior. Jacob Emmers just made the catch a moment ago. 2nd and 7. Sulphur Springs, 23-yard line. Snap to Zeandre Williams. There's the toss to Chumley. Back in the ballgame at running back. Chumley going to his right, cuts it back down to the 15-yard line. And it'll be another first down for the Anna Coyotes.
Yep, they're moving on down the field. They're definitely in the red zone now as the ball's going to be marked on the 15-yard line. They can get another first down within the 5.
8 yards on that gain. Alex McCormick made the tackle for Sulphur Springs. First down from the 15. They give it to Edward Chumley. Chumley going left. Picks up about 3 yards perhaps to around the 12-yard line. Again, our perspective here, not the best, but looks like a 3-yard gain.
The clock ticking down, 1:28 and counting here in this first quarter of play. Your Wildcats up 8-0 over the Coyotes, and they're taking their time getting the play called in from the other side. 20 seconds on the play clock, 1:14 on the game clock.
2nd down and 7, 3 men wide to the near side, 1 to the far side out of the spread for Anna. Zeandre Williams passing for Jacob Emmers, slanting in from right to left, broken up by one of the Wildcats, and I believe
Ty Bybee.
Was it Ty Bybee?
Yes,
okay.
Boy, he was got right in there and broke up that pass reception.
I was about to give credit to Giovanni Ibarra,
Well,
but it makes more sense for it to be Ty Bybee.
Okay. Going to get
the safety.
Let me get my trusty binoculars out, John Mark.
The more names, the better, Chad.
That's right.
The more names, the better. Second down, or I should say, beg your pardon, third down and 7 now. Third down and 7.
That incomplete pass stopping the clock at 1:02.
From the Sulphur Springs 12, play action pass. Here is a tunnel screen to Steens. Steens has nowhere to go. He's taking it to the far side. He's giving ground, and he's going to lose yards back to about the 15-yard line, perhaps the 14. And I did see Laren Vaughn, the middle linebacker, making the tackle from behind.
Yes, number 42, Laren Vaughn, certainly. There was a lot of Wildcats had an opportunity to make that tackle because he was very quick.
You know, we saw against Paris 2 weeks ago, the Paris Wildcats had a very difficult time at anything lateral gaining ground against Sulphur Springs. Here's a field goal attempt now coming up from 30 yards for Anna. Somewhat of an angle to the right. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. And that kick is by Camden Schlitt, and that'll give him his third field goal of the season. That's his longest field goal of the season. 8-3, the Wildcats still leading over the Anna Coyotes.
Yes, so 14 seconds left in this first quarter. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff in just a moment. And we're back with Wildcat football here on KSST. 14 seconds left in this first quarter. Your Sulphur Springs Wildcats are up 8-3 over the Anna Coyotes. So you don't have 8-3 many times. There's not many scores, but of course the Wildcats going for 2 points, a 2-point conversion on their touchdown and achieving that. And your Sulphur Springs Wildcat defense able to hold the line there and hold the Anna Coyotes from advancing any further, and they had to settle for a field goal. Here comes J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff for your Sulphur Springs Wildcats receiving.
Schlitt, who just kicked the 32-yard field goal, kicks this one about 5 yards deep into the end zone over the head of Skylar Lewis, and it'll be a touchback.
Another 10 yards, it would have been another field goal. It would have gone right through, but the Wildcats are going to take the ball, march right out here for the 25-yard line, and probably run one play, maybe two. 14 seconds left, and then they'll switch ends of the field.
It's a 45-yard drive for Anna in 11 plays. The 32-yard field goal by Camden Schlitt. But a huge, huge play on that 3rd down and 7 by the Wildcat defense. And Laren Vaughn is the guy that I think he did have some help, but he's the guy that made the first contact, the Wildcat middle linebacker. First down, Wildcats at the 25-yard line. Brady Driver going to give it to Malachi Rowland, and Rowland ducks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he's up to the 30-yard line for a gain of 5.
So a good advance there, and they're going to let that clock go down to 000. They're going to switch ends of the field. We'll take a quick commercial break when they do, and we'll be right back with Wildcat football here in Anna, Texas in just a moment.
John Mark Dempsey.
Sarah, nice to meet you.
And welcome back to Wildcat football here in Anna, Texas, where your Wildcats are up 8-3 over the Anna Coyotes. Wildcats have just received the kickoff, and this first play of the second quarter coming up. It's going to be 2nd and 5. I'm calling it there, John Mark.
That's what it is.
I cheated. I looked at the scoreboard.
Wildcats with a wide receiver either way. Grayson Reams behind the left tackle. They keep it on the ground, however. And this is Cameron Jefferson picking his way behind his blockers for about 3 yards. And he gets up to the 33-yard line, and it will be 3rd down and about 2 for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Wildcats now moving from left to right. They have a little bit of a wind behind them from south to north. Driver has Jefferson in the pistol behind him. Now perhaps changing the play, and Jefferson comes up to his normal position. Snap to Driver on this 3rd down and 2. Driver going to take it himself, lowers his shoulder, should have the first down at the 36-yard line. Brady Driver
calling his own number. Yep.
Now he's a dependable guy for a couple of yards when you need it, I'll tell you that.
Yep. Plowing through that front line there and getting enough yardage to get another Hooten's Hardware first down. Hooten's Hardware, Emory, Texas, they're more than just nuts and bolts.
8-3, Sulphur Springs leading over the number 3 team in Class 4A Division I football in the state of Texas. Here's Driver throwing over the middle for Skylar Lewis at the 40-yard line. A flag comes down.
No flag on that.
No, there is a flag.
Oh, okay.
Across on the far side.
Okay, so the other official was right there. There's a lot of contact as the ball was in the air, so we'll see.
Of course, we think this is going to go against Anna.
Yep.
And it does.
So a good call by the officials here, and they're going to move that ball all the way down. Of course, it's going to be an automatic first down, but it's going to be right inside Anna Coyote territory on the 49-yard line. The Wildcats are going to get another Hooten's Hardware first down, and they're taking their time coming up to the line here as Brady Driver gets the call in from Brandon Faircloth.
Driver going for Skylar Lewis on that pass. And Anna called for pass interference. Here's the give to Malachi Rowland. Oh, my goodness, how quick he is.
Yes.
Little scat back. Takes a step to his left or to his right, and then he cuts it back to his left, and he pops through a hole to the 41-yard line for a gain of 8.
Yes, that second, third, and fourth effort got him 8 yards and got him all the way up to the 41-yard line.
He has unbelievably quick feet and the ability to make that jump cut like nobody else.
Right.
So this is 2nd down and 2 for Sulphur Springs at the Coyote 41-yard line. Driver in the shotgun. Fakes to Rowland. Driver going to his left, cuts it back. And close to a first down. I would say, yeah, they are moving the chains here at about the 38-yard line. Another first down for Sulphur Springs.
Jackson Hare on the near side over here as lined up as a receiver. And we haven't seen him connect yet.
At the 69-yard touchdown reception last week against the Kaufman Lions.
We also
have to stop and think for a moment.
Caden Mitchell and Grayson Reams on this side of the ball. I can't see all the way on the far. Grayson Reams in motion.
Interesting that Caden Mitchell is in the ball game, a threat to throw. Here's the handoff to Malachi Rowland, and Rowland slashing through the Anna defense all the way down to the 15-yard line. Goes Malachi Rowland for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats.
Yes, and the Wildcats picked up some fantastic yardage there. I had my trusty binoculars out on that one, and I could see the surprise on the Anna Coyote defenders as they were trying to catch up to Malachi Rowland. He moves all the way down. Looks like it's going to be on the 16-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. Another Hooten's Hardware first down in the red zone.
22 yards on the gain by Malachi Rowland. Cameron Jefferson back in the ballgame at running back as the Wildcats are rotating their running backs here. And Sulphur Springs takes a timeout leading 8-3 with 8:53 left to go in the first half.
We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back with Wildcat football here in Anna, Texas in just a moment. And we're back with Wildcat football here on KSST. 8:53 left in this first half of play. The Wildcats up 8-3, and they've got a first down in the red zone. John Mark.
From the 17-yard line, the fake to Cameron Jefferson. Driver takes it himself, slashes off right tackle, and is down to the 10-yard line for a gain of about 7 yards for the Wildcats. Driver carried it against Paris 2 weeks ago 23 times in that game for 163 yards.
He is the leading rusher for the Wildcats still, right?
Yes, he is.
Yes. So
Driver coming into the game with 732 yards rushing, 6.1 yards per carry, and now 18 touchdowns. This is 2nd and 6, we'll call it. Driver changing the play. Snap to Driver. This is the give to Cameron Jefferson, the big running back off the right side, and Jefferson picks up a couple of yards perhaps, and then is hit hard by Grayson Stewart for Anna, who came into the game with 90 tackles.
Jackson Hare going back in.
3rd and 3. Ball is on the 9-yard line, just inside the 10. 3rd and 3. Ball on the near hash mark. Wildcats move left to right. Sulphur Springs leading 8-3. Again, possibly changing the play here. Snap to Driver. Gets a block from Cameron Jefferson. Driver down close to the 5, and if that's the case, he'll have the first down. And they are moving the chains. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats.
I think Grayson Reams got in there and provided a block for him to get a few more yards out of that. So
these two teams are tied for first place in the district with 4-0 records, and this is the final regular season game of the season. So this is for the district championship.
Another timeout call. That's going to be by the Coyotes. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back with Wildcat football here on KSST in just a moment.
Wow.
And we're back with Wildcat football. It's getting the Wildcats getting down another first down. Hooten's Hardware first down. They're on the 6-yard line, John Mark. It's goal to go, and the Wildcats marched all the way down the field. They started all the way back on the
25.
20, of course, yes. The kickoff went out the end zone. Started on the 25 touchback.
On the touchback, right.
Yep.
Wide out to either side. Rowland goes in motion, the running back, and they throw it out to him. And Anna ready for that one as they bring him down possibly for a loss of a yard or two.
Yes, they're going to move the sticks back there, move the ball marker back, and mark that.
Jabari Finney made the tackle for Anna. That was a little swing pass out to Malachi Rowland, but he didn't have any blockers out there in front of him, and nobody to clear interference for him, so that's...
I want to say they marked it on the...
Yeah, they're going to basically call that no gain.
Okay, on the 6. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 6. Ball on the far hash mark. The fake to Cameron Jefferson. Here comes Driver to the near side. Driver at the goal line. Touchdown, Sulphur Springs. Flag down at the end of the play.
So that's going to be after the play. It looks like a personal foul against one of the Anna Coyotes. Was upset about not being able to catch Brady Driver in that track meet. Said Brady Driver just turned on the jets and made it on into the end zone.
Conference right now about whatever the flag will be, but yeah. Chad, I think you're right. I think this is a dead ball foul, and I think it's after the touchdown.
They have not put the 6 points on the board yet, so they're still waiting for some indication from the officials of what the yellow flags are all about.
If the touchdown stands up, Sulphur Springs will be ahead 14-3 over the number 3 team in Texas 4A Division I football.
Oh.
Holding. Offense number 25. 10-yard penalty. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 42. That penalty being enforced half of this to the goal. automatic first down.
Wow.
So unfortunately, a holding call against your Wildcats. That took away the touchdown. And then there was a personal foul against what I saw against one of the Anna Coyote defenders. That is an automatic first down, and once they step it off and back, well, it's half the distance to the goal from wherever the other foul ended up. So it's going to be first and goal again for your Wildcats, and they've got the ball on the 6-yard line, I believe.
Scoreboard says 6. Again, our angle is not good. It looks more like the 8 to me, Chad.
It does to me, too.
So first and goal in any case, but wipe out the touchdown by Driver. Now Driver going again up the middle, and Driver sees a little hole there, pops through it, and then is pushed back after he got to about the 3-yard line. So a gain of about 5 yards there for Brady Driver.
So it's going to be second and goal now from the 3-yard line for your Wildcats as they try to put 6 more points on the board and increase their 8-3 lead. 6:06 and counting in this first half of play.
Second down and goal from the 3. Wildcats moving left to right. Ball is on the far hash. Wide out left, wide out right. Grayson Reams is the H-back behind the right tackle. Snap to Driver. Driver up the middle. Driver touchdown.
And we have the indication from the officials on that one. And Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op says, way to go Wildcats, as Brady Driver calls his own number and takes it on into the end zone. Put 6 points on the board. It's now 14-3, pending the extra point decision by Brandon Faircloth. Good. So he could go either way. We could kick it, or it looks like they're going for 2. I see Brady Driver huddling up out there.
Wildcats went for 2 with Driver carrying the ball on the first score, and apparently they're going to do it again here.
Yes,
they see
absolutely.
something against this Anna defense that makes them think they can pick up the 2-point conversion. Here's a man in motion from left to right. Driver going to his right, looking to throw, passing, and it is complete.
Yep, and they made it. He broke the plane there. That's Jackson Hare.
Jackson Hare.
Yes, and that's going to be a completed 2-point conversion, so another 2 points. 16-3, your Wildcats over the Anna Coyotes. 5:42 left in this first half of play. We're going to take a break and be back with Wildcat football here on KSST in just a moment.
Wow. Sulphur Springs Wildcats football on KSST. We're just about to have the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff, and we thank them for providing our transportation here this evening, which was grand, I must say. It is a 75-yard drive in 13 plays for the Wildcats. Key play on the drive, a 22-yard run by Malachi Rowland. Brady Driver gets the touchdown on a 3-yard run after he had an 8-yard touchdown run called back 2 plays before. And then Driver to Jackson Hare on the 2-point conversion. Rolling out to his right, and the Wildcats lead over the number 3 team in the state, 16-3.
Yes, that was the longest drive, and here comes the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff, another short one.
And apparently a fair catch taken. I didn't see him put his hand up.
I didn't either, but they blew the whistle as soon as he caught it, so they're going to get that where he caught it. I think they're going to mark it at the 30-yard line.
It's the quarterback, Zeandre Williams, on the kickoff return team.
Was
unusual, yeah.
You say that's number
8.
Yeah, and I see a number 6 out there.
That would be George Rogers.
Maybe yeah, it's hard to see. But that was the longest drive, the 75-yard drive for the Wildcats. That correct?
Yeah, Sulphur Springs has scored on 2 of its 3 drives. It was 3 and out the first possession of the game, but the next 2 drives, the Sulphur Springs Wildcats have gone on down to score a touchdown. Here's a running play and a flag down after this gain of about 5 yards for Anna by their top running back, Edward Chumley. And let's see what the flag is about.
Well, that's going to be against the Wildcats, a face mask. They're going to march that all right on down the field and put the ball just inside Wildcat territory on the 49-yard line, looks like, John Mark. unfortunate for your Wildcat defense.
It's a 5-yard gain by Edward Chumley, and then tack on 15 yards to that. First down at the Sulphur Springs 49-yard line. DeAndre Williams, quick pass to the far side. And this is Emmers who makes the catch, and he is swarmed by Wildcat tacklers. One of them getting there to make that tackle was Giovanni Ibarra.
Yes, they've just swarmed up there, and Day Hall was in on that tackle as well, I believe.
Oh, that's a great job by Day Hall getting down the line of scrimmage to make that tackle.
Yep. So the
Wildcat defensive tackle. So this is 2nd down and 6. Gain of 4 on that play from the Sulphur Springs 45-yard line. Ball on the far hash as they move to our left. Williams, the quarterback, in the shotgun. A toss to George Rogers. Rogers takes a step to his right, now cuts it back as he sees a hole. And a huge swarm over on the far side. But I think he will have the first down as he should be inside the 40-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Yeah, finally out of bounds over there, I think.
Around the 36-yard line.
That was number 6 as well on the carry.
That's George Rogers. First down at the Sulphur Springs 36. Wildcats lead it 16-3. But Anna on the march. This game for the district championship. Both teams with 4-0 district records in the final regular season game. Empty backfield for Williams. Williams throws it up down the near side, and he's got his man out there with the flag down. And that's Emmers, Jacob Emmers, who makes the catch at the 13-yard line. We'll see what the flag is about.
Well, it's number 16 for the Wildcats on defense.
Giovanni Ibarra.
Yes, and he was a little close contact there, but they're going to call it that contact against the Coyotes.
Wow.
So they're going to replay first down, but they're going to mark it way back here, a lot closer to midfield. In fact, they're going to get over here on the Coyote side of the field. Going to be on the 49-yard line.
Yeah, offensive pass interference against Jacob Emmers. He's the big Division I prospect. Made the catch. But I guess that's why he made the catch, is he had somewhat of an unfair advantage.
Yep.
Looks like Ibarra is on Emmers here, guarding him pretty much 1-to-1. So this is 1st and 25. DeAndre Williams scrambling to his right, throwing downfield, has a man at about the 32-yard line, and that is Edward Chumley coming out of the backfield to make the catch downfield.
Wow.
And he will have a first down, I believe.
Yes, that was 1st and 25, and that looks like he got, well, they're going to call it about 23 yards there on the reception.
You're right.
So he's going to be 2nd and 1 or 2 from here.
2nd and 2. At the Sulphur Springs 27-yard line.
Well, big reception for the Coyotes as they march on down the field.
3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first half. Wildcats leading 16-3. Again, the empty backfield. It is almost picked off for Sulphur Springs. It would have been a pick 6.
Oh, yes. That's, I'm going to say that's number 12 for the Wildcats. Braxton Wall. And so he got to jump on that ball, and it should looked like he had it. It looked like he
it sure did. And, I thought he did, yeah.
But he bobbled it and dropped it. So
dear.
3rd and short for those Coyotes. They're taking their time coming up to the line of scrimmage. 17 seconds left on the play clock.
No purple shirts between him and the goal line.
No.
3rd and 1, the scoreboard says. And the handoff goes to Chumley. And Chumley going to his right, cuts it back to about the 25-yard line, and I think he's got the first down.
They're waving and moving the sticks, and they're going to have another first down opportunity. The Anna Coyotes.
Defensive end Nathan Andrews on the tackle for Sulphur Springs.
Good, and the Coyotes struggling to get into the end zone so far. 3 minutes and 8 seconds left in this first half. Score 16 for your Wildcats, 3 for the Anna Coyotes. And
first down for Anna at the Sulphur Springs 24-yard line. 4 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side, and again, an empty backfield. They've done that 3 plays in a row. It's a pass to the short side of the field, which is the far side, and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for Anna.
Good coverage on the far side there by the Wildcats, and I'm going to say that's number 3, Austin Cheney on the far side. Oh, he broke that play up and caused an incompletion. The Coyotes taking their time, trying to run a little time off the clock, but incomplete pass stopped the clock, 2:51, but they're taking their time getting this play called in.
This time they do have a running back to the right of Zeandre Williams, the sophomore quarterback. Play action pass, throwing down the near side, and incomplete, broken up. And that is Eric Bowen, the intended receiver at the goal line. And I thought for a moment he was going to have it.
A lot of contact on that one, and I think that was Giovanni again, who's at
it may have been
same defender as last time.
So we have a flag down. I did not see the flag, so apparently it is. Or did he make the catch? It must have made the catch. Chad, I did not think he made that catch, but he must have. Now the Wildcat coaches are going crazy here.
Yep.
Over something. At first I thought incomplete, and then I thought pass interference.
No, I never saw a flag, so they're calling that one complete. It's 1st and inches for the Coyotes.
Got it 1st and goal, and the Wildcats swarm the ball carrier here, and I believe that's George Rogers on the carry, lost back to the 4-yard line. So I would love to see the video on this. Yes. I thought it was incomplete to Eric Bowen at about the 1-yard line. And then I saw that they were moving the ball down, and I thought, well, okay, pass interference. But they must have ruled that he made the catch at the 1.
Right, yeah, and it's going to be 2nd down, and they're going to call it at the 3-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
So that's a loss of 2.
Wildcats dialing it up on defense.
Snap to Zeandre Williams, terrific pressure, throwing it out to the flat on the far side, and it is caught for the touchdown.
And that's going to be 6 points for the Coyotes as they go finally get into the end zone. Your Wildcats are up 16-9 pending their extra point try.
That's George Rogers coming out of the backfield to make the catch for Anna.
They probably kick a field goal here. It's a 7-point difference. Looks like they're lining up for the field goal.
I would expect they would go for the PAT. As far as I can tell, that is the first reception of the season for George Rogers.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Or it may be that he had very few, and I just didn't bother to write that down. I'll check on it. Here's the extra point attempt, and it is good.
Yeah, offside. It's going to be offsides for the Wildcats. Of course, that penalty is going to be declined. So it's going to be 2 minutes left in this first half of play. Your Wildcats up 16-10 over the Anna Coyotes. We'll be back with J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff here on KSST in just a moment. And we're back with Wildcat football here on KSST in Anna, Texas. We've got 2 minutes left in this first half. The Sulphur Springs Wildcats back to receive the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff after Anna finally got into the end zone, making this a closer ball game here, closer to halftime. 10 for the Anna Coyotes, but your Wildcats are still on top 16, and they'll have the ball and another chance to get some points on the board. They've got 2 minutes to do it and got 2 of their timeouts left. I would guess, John Mark, if I remember that correctly, it doesn't show on the on the scoreboard, but
you're right.
We had 2 timeouts during that when we were down on this end of the field about to score, and the Wildcats took 1, the Coyotes took 1, so that should leave 2 on each side.
Here is the kick being taken at the 2-yard line for Sulphur Springs by Skylar Lewis, and he is hit hard and brought down at the 10.
Yeah, Skylar Lewis trying to make a big play there, receiving the ball all the way down on his own goal line, and had some blockers ahead of him, but one of the defenders got through. I think it was number 1 for the Coyotes that got through.
That would be Edward Chumley, their running back.
And took him down, so it's going to make a long field for your Wildcats as they're going to start on their own 13-yard line.
13-yard line.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for your Wildcats on the 13-yard line.
That drive 70 yards in 10 plays for Anna. And the big play was that 23-yard pass to Bowen to get him down to the 1-yard line. Swing pass is incomplete. Intended, actually a screen, bubble screen intended for Skylar Lewis, but batted down by one of the Coyotes. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Sulphur Springs 13. A minute 51 left to go until halftime.
Wildcats need to run the clock out deep in their own territory.
Yep.
They want to get down the field, but they also don't want to leave any time left on the clock for the Coyotes.
Snap to Driver. He fakes the handoff. Driver up the middle, and Driver way out over the 20-yard line to the 22, and apparently did not quite get the first down, and it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Wildcats at the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the game. Very
short yardage here. They need to get this first down to keep the clock ticking down. 1:26 and counting left in this first half.
Sulphur Springs leading 16-10. Wildcats with 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Driver on this 3rd and 1. Takes the snap. Driver going to his right, cuts it back. Driver lowers his shoulder. Across the 25 to the 27-yard line or thereabouts, he'll have the first down. 1 minute left to go in the first half.
Your Wildcats still up 16-10 over the Coyotes, but it'd be nice to go to the field house with that lead. They're just letting the clock run down. I think the Wildcats know they cannot get down there and score, but they don't want to turn the ball over either to the Coyotes.
Yeah, they're in no hurry to snap the ball here. First down, however. Driver does take the snap. Hands off to Cameron Jefferson, and Jefferson with a big haul.
And he gets
going left and cutting back. Up to the 36-yard line, gain of 9 yards. And now Wildcats want to think about it a little bit more.
Yeah, so we're going to
timeout.
Yeah, we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back with Wildcat football in just a moment. And we're back with Wildcat football. John Mark, it's decision time for Brandon Faircloth as we've got 25 seconds left in this first half. Brady Driver still just picked up another Hootens Hardware first down, so it's 1st and 10, but we're deep in their own territory. They're on their own 37-yard line. But, they maybe try to take the long bomb and get it into the end zone. What do you think?
Well, when you've got Skylar Lewis, you can score from anywhere on the field. If you throw it deep, you're not running a big risk. It looks like that's what they're going to do. They throw it downfield, but that ball may have been tipped at the line of scrimmage.
And he was hit, too. Yeah.
It fluttered and fell incomplete at the 50, but Lewis was running a post there, and I think that was what they had in mind.
Brady Driver under pressure there on that ball and ended up incomplete pass, which stops the clock. 19 seconds, 2nd and 10. I guess they kind of knew they could run four downs in the time allowed here and maybe get something on down the field. They've got 1 timeout left, taking their time as the play gets called in by Coach Faircloth. 13 seconds and counting on the play clock. 19 seconds on the game clock, frozen after that incompletion.
16-10, the Wildcats leading in this game for the district championship. Whistles before the snap.
Going to be the game clock.
Delay of game against Sulphur Springs.
Yeah. They were running down on the play clock there, so that's going to be a loss of 5 yards. Making it 2nd and 15 for the Wildcats, but really that doesn't matter because they're not trying to get a first down. They're trying to get a touchdown, but this may change things too as there's 19 seconds left. Still 2nd down. Let's see what the decision is.
Skylar Lewis wide to the right side. A snap to Brady Driver, and Driver takes a knee, it appears.
Yep.
That was a low snap, but I think that was his intent to go ahead and take a knee and let the clock run out. And that is exactly what will happen here.
Yep, they're letting the clock run to 000s. that's going to be it for the first half. Your Wildcats go to the locker room 16-10 over the Anna Coyotes. John Mark, a great first half of Wildcat football.
Terrific first half. Really exciting and well played first half. And Sulphur Springs giving Anna everything they can handle right now.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and then the Wildcat Band will be coming on, as well as the Sulphur Springs High School Blue Blazes. But we're on the wrong side, so for those of you watching on our YouTube streaming channel, well, we'll be getting the backside of the band and the drill team. But hey, we haven't been a long time since we've seen the performances from that side, so we'll be back here with Wildcat football at halftime on KSST here in just a moment.
Wow. Now, Anna will have the ball to start the
correct
second half, folks listening on YouTube.
Yes, they deferred. That was the Wildcats got the first kickoff and 3 and out. And
right.
That was looking bad for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats, and then they brought it back and scored twice with 2 two-point conversions, held the Coyotes to just a field goal until just a few minutes ago. So exciting first half. I
would love to see that play again, that pass completion down to the 1 yard line, because again, I saw that as an incomplete pass.
Correct.
I did not in particular see pass interference on the play, but I could imagine that it might have been. But I would love to see what happened, because the Wildcat coaches were very unhappy about something, whether it was the fact that the pass was called complete or whatever it might have been. But anyway, it ended up 1st and goal, and then they scored the touchdown.
Yes. We're going to And we're back halftime here at Wildcat football as the Blue Blazes are performing their routine in the background. We're going to listen on the radio and let those folks on YouTube streaming enjoy the Blue Blazes and the band, and we'll be back with more commentary after that.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they come. Man, oh man, that Wildcat band. The band is being led into the field by drum major Lauren Minogue, Jeremy Resendez, Catherine Starzik, and Rhodey Emmerich. A huge congratulations to both the Wildcat bands and the ANA band for their 5th and 3rd place finishes at the UIL State Marching Band Contest in San Antonio this week.
This is the hottest hot chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, your UIL State Finalist, Sulphur Springs High School band.
another great performance by the Sulphur Springs Wildcat Band, a state finalist, achieving 5th down at the Alamo Dome after their performance this week. So certainly congratulations goes out to them, Spencer Emmert, and all of the directors and everybody involved with the Sulphur Springs Wildcat Band, as they did a great job and placing 5th down at the state competition in UIL. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more here. Wildcat football will continue in just a moment. We'll listen to some of our halftime sponsors and be back after that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your halftime enjoyment, please welcome to the field the Anna High School Coyotes drill team.
And we're back with Wildcat football here on KSST. It's halftime, and your Sulphur Springs Wildcats are up 16-10 over those Anna Coyotes. John Mark, that was a really exciting first half of football here.
Yeah, Sulphur Springs, really impressive first half there against, again, what we know is a very, very good football team in the Anna Coyotes. They're ranked number 3 in the state. They are 8-1 for the season. Their only loss this season has been to Salina. 42-40 in the second week, or the third week it was.
And that's a powerful team as well.
Right, and so Salina is also ranked in the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, both teams, Sulphur Springs and Anna, undefeated in district play, and this is a game for the district championship.
Yes.
But, again, you had to wonder how the Wildcats would fare against this bunch, and so far they have more than held their own. You can say that. Now, Sulphur Springs last year lost this game to Anna 56-21. You probably remember it, Chad.
Yes.
But, so that's another thing to think about.
Right.
That how much has Sulphur Springs improved versus Anna over the course of a year? Well, I would say right now they've improved tremendously.
And you have to hand it. Yeah, you have to hand it to Brandon Faircloth, because the Wildcats' offense, defense, they came prepared against this Anna team, because they've kind of dialed it in and really met on both sides of the ball, especially the defense, holding the Coyotes to a field goal on their first possession. Things were a little shaky starting off for the Wildcat offense, as they were 3 and out on their first possession, but they got in the groove real quick, and then scoring 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions as well. And so and doing well on defense all throughout the game. The Coyotes only getting into the end zone right before the half expired.
Brandon Faircloth talks about, and I'm sure his defensive coordinator Brett Page talks about the same thing: bend but don't break.
Right.
They're not concerned about shutting down a team completely, but they are concerned with coming up with the big play at the right time, and they have done that, with the exception of that one drive in which Anna was able to move down the field and get that touchdown. And again, that was on a disputed play, a 23-yard pass down to the 1-yard line that set up the touchdown. I'll recap the scoring for you. Sulphur Springs got out on top 8-0. It was a 60-yard, 11-play drive. 18-yard pass to Skylar Lewis was a big play on the drive. Brady Driver, 2-yard touchdown run. And then the Wildcats decided for whatever reason to go for two, and Driver scored on the 2-point conversion, and they led it 8-0 with 4:31 left to go in the first quarter. Anna then on the next possession drove 45 yards in 11 plays, and they settled for a 32-yard field goal by Camden Schlitt. And there was a big play on that third down for the Sulphur Springs defense. At the 12-yard line, they stopped Anna for a 3-yard loss, and that forced Schlitt to go for the field goal, the 32-yard field goal, to make it 8-3 with 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Wildcats then on the next possession, they start at their own 25 on the touchback. They go 75 yards in 13 plays. 22-yard run by Malachi Rowland was a big play. They had a touchdown called back, if you'll recall, by Brady Driver, but didn't matter because they came right back and scored anyway on a 3-yard run by Driver. And then they got the 2-point conversion on a pass to Jackson Hare to make it 16-3 with 6:42 left to go in the second quarter. Anna then went on a 70-yard, 10-play drive. This is the one where there was the 23-yard pass to Eric Bowen down to the 1-yard line, which we at first thought, or I at first thought, was an incomplete pass, but then it was ruled a complete pass. And then they score on the 3-yard touchdown pass to George Rogers, a running back, and from what I can tell, that is the first reception that he's had this season.
Oh, wow.
And he scored on that touchdown, then the extra point was good, so it's 16-10 at halftime.
Yes, and you have to, of course, that disputed play you're talking about, we'll have to run that back. I don't think the officials disputed it. They apparently, but all the Wildcats were saying it was incomplete. They were on this side of the field, and it didn't look like they were advancing the ball. It looked like it was going to be incomplete, and then all of a sudden they walked the ball down there, and sure enough, it was a complete pass. So it took us, kind of caught us off guard there, and a good play for the Coyotes, as that was what got them down and right in, so they could put it into the end zone. And so some long drives on this game this first half so far. 75-70, I heard you call that out.
Yep.
Our longest drive, of course, sponsored by J. Hodge Chevrolet, as they gave us a nice, beautiful vehicle to make the drive over here. And J. Hodge Chevrolet, also our kickoff sponsor during the game. For a new or used vehicle, you should stop by J. Hodge Chevrolet and see Bill Owens and all the crew over there. They've got a wide selection of brand new and, of course, gently used vehicles at J. Hodge Chevrolet. So what do you think the coaches are saying right now? I think the coach of the Anna Coyotes is trying to regroup and see how they can get some more yardage on offense.
Yeah, definitely. And they're going to have the ball to start the third quarter, so that's going to be a really key possession, as it often is in the game. But Wildcats, really need to stop them on that first possession, set the tone for the second half. Right. I think the big thing for Sulphur Springs, Chad, is if they can run the football, if they can shorten the game and keep the ball away from the Coyotes' offense. But if they can run the ball, and they've shown every indication that they can, with Brady Driver himself, the quarterback, carrying the ball, but also he's got a lot of help from Cameron Jefferson and Malachi Rowland. And don't forget D. Rose Luke, who we haven't seen for a couple of weeks. But the Wildcats have a plentiful supply of running backs and a first-rate offensive line. And so if Sulphur Springs can consistently run the football and run the clock here in the second half, I think they've got a great chance.
And we're talking earlier about Commerce used to play the Anna team, the Anna Coyotes, and that's back when they were in 3A.
That's right.
And then they moved up into 4A, and this may be the last year that they're in 4A, because all this area is growing very quickly. The Anna, Melissa, and even down in Prosper, where my daughter teaches, she's in the stands with us and refuses to get on the microphone, but Sarah Young here in the stands with the KSST crew, and she teaches over at Prosper, a brand new high school.
Yeah, so
John
I hear.
Mark, yes, and I asked to get some clarification on how much that high school cost, and what it was like $200 million is what they're spending over there, and they're growing quickly. All these areas, the schools and what they have access to are just growing by leaps and bounds, and we expect Anna to be up into 5A.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we do have district realignment in February of next year.
Yes, that's coming up.
The last I saw, Sulphur Springs is the largest district in in the district we're in now, District 8, 4A Division 1. But as you point out, the cities over here are growing so fast.
Yes.
And we came through a brand new development on the way to the stadium here.
Correct.
That's beautiful, and no doubt there's other developments just like it all over the place. So we'll see in February how it shakes out. But I would not be surprised if they moved up to at least 5A Division 2. But I have no knowledge of their enrollment.
Sure.
But we will see pretty soon. It won't be that long. Usually around, I believe, the first Tuesday of February is when the realignment is announced.
Yeah, and it could change either way too, because not only does the enrollment change for the different schools, but the cutoff changes.
That's right.
For the 3A, 4A, 5A,
That's right.
all of that, and of course they've added 6A many years ago. So we've been in 5A for several years, then we moved back down last year to 4A. And,
right.
So who knows? But it'd be nice to meet some of those old rivalry teams like we did. We got to play Mount Pleasant this season in a pre-district game, and then we played Paris in district game. And so lots going on. I'm going to take a break. We'll try to find some scores of other games going on around the district when we come back. But as we listen to the Anna Coyote band finish up in the background, we'll take a break. We'll be back with some Wildcat football with the second half kickoff here in just a moment.
I think KLTV does a lot of scores, but I doubt that they will have. And for our YouTube listeners, we're trying to get the Wilmer Hutchins Dallas Carter score, because that game figures very prominently in who the Wildcats and Anna will play next week in a by-district game. But I don't know that Channel 7 would be watching for Wilmer Hutchins and Dallas Carter. Last night, Salina lost to Panther Creek in the next door district, and so Panther Creek is the district champion. Salina will be the second place team. And of course, in the playoffs in the first round, you have one district matched up against another district.
And we're back with Wildcat football here on KSST as we get ready for the second half kickoff, the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. The Wildcats will be kicking off, and the Anna Coyotes will be receiving. So we're trying to discern some of our other scores going around. Can't get a Wilmer Hutchins and Carter score. Nobody's reporting on that. Community's beating Kaufman 14-7 right now.
Interesting.
So, yeah,
that's a game in our own district, and the winner of that game will go to the playoffs, and the loser will be out.
So they're playing for fourth place there. When the teams all shake out, first through fourth, we'll play our neighboring district. We'll call it fourth through first.
Yes.
And so they'll. If the Wildcats end up victorious tonight, we'll be first in our district, and we'll be playing that fourth place team, in which will either be.
That would be the loser of the
Wilmer Hutchins and Carter.
Right.
So either way, whether we're first or second, we're going to be playing either Wilmer Hutchins or Carter, because they're playing for third and fourth. That's the way that's going to shake out, and that game, either way, probably will be over in Mesquite. And be next. Usually it's next Friday. Of course, they can play on Saturday too as well, and the coaches can move it around. So their band wrapping up. It looks like to be an exciting half here for the second half of Wildcat football, as your Sulphur Springs Wildcats take the field. You got a real good crowd of Wildcat fans here tonight, John Mark. I'm going to say it topped out about 250 folks. Which making the drive over here to Anna.
Definitely a good turnout.
Yes.
Again, we had the two bands on the field here at halftime were both in San Antonio this week.
Yep.
Both in the top 5. Anna was number 3 and Sulphur Springs was number 5. So the fans here saw a terrific halftime performance of these two bands.
Yeah, so a great job by both of those bands and both of those departments. The Wildcat band doing better and better every year. Just a wonderful performance. We had the luxury of watching them every halftime throughout the season, and we can just see they start off, they're fantastic, and then it just gets better and better after that. So we're awaiting the second half kickoff. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be back with Wildcat football here on KSST in just a moment. And we're back with Wildcat football here on KSST. We're in Anna, Texas, where your Wildcats are up 16-10 over the Anna Coyotes, and Eric Rodriguez teeing up the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff as he will be moving right to left, and the kicking into the wind this time. We've seen just a couple of short kicks from him so far.
And again, an angled kick, diagonal kick to the near side, and a fair catch called for at the 30-yard line. Not wanting to risk the return by the two men back near the goal line for Anna, one Sean Steens and the other Jacob Emmers, both with a lot of speed. So Anna will start off at the 30-yard line, trailing Sulphur Springs 16-10.
So I'm sure Brandon Faircloth had a very serious chat with the Sulphur Springs Wildcat defense and told them what a good job they did in that first half, but they need to dial it up and watch for some changes from that Anna offense as they get ready to move on down the field.
First down from the 30-yard line. On first down, a handoff from Williams to Edward Chumley. Chumley going left, cuts it back, only gets a couple of yards. Looks like Day Hall was there to stop him for Sulphur Springs. Gets up to the 33 for a gain of 3. Second down and 7 for the Anna Coyotes, wearing the purple jerseys, white pants, purple headgear. Wildcats in their white jerseys, blue numerals outlined in gold, royal blue pants, the white headgear. Williams faking the handoff. Zeandre Williams trying to go left, cutting it back as he finally gets to the corner and gets up to the 39-yard line. It'll be third down and 1.
And so the Wildcat defense still able to read those plays, but they're just the Coyotes are getting enough yardage to move on down the field.
First possession of the second half, and it's a big one for both teams.
Yep.
Sulphur Springs leading 16-10. Wildcats led at one point 16-3. Here's the fake handoff, and Williams will keep it himself on a bootleg coming to the near side. He's into Sulphur Springs territory, crosses the 50, and a late hit, I'm afraid, is going to be called against the Wildcats here.
No, there's a face mask against somebody, maybe in combination on that tackle, but that flag came from a long way away.
Personal foul, face mask,
Yep.
defense number 12.
Yep.
Penalty added to the end and run.
So good run by the Coyotes, by their quarterback, and then they're going to tack on another 15 for a penalty against your Wildcats, and they're going to be well into Wildcat territory all the way down on the 25-yard line.
He picked up 19 yards on the gain, then plus 15 on the penalty, and that puts him at the 25, I think you said, Chad.
Yep, that 34-yard gain there with the penalty and the carry.
Snap to Zeandre Williams. Slant in to Sean Steens, and Steens makes the catch. Gets as far as perhaps the 12-yard line. And that should be another first down for Anna.
Yep.
Steen lined up on the right side. Quick move to the inside, and Zeandre Williams stood up and fired it in there.
And that's good for another.
Yeah, for a quarterback that we've heard has had a lot of yardage in the air. We haven't seen a lot of passes out of him. We've seen some, and we saw one just then, but haven't seen what I expected coming into this ball game.
Williams, 1,765 yards passing coming into the game and 25 touchdown passes. First down at the Sulphur Springs 12. Handoff goes to Chumley. Chumley going left. Squirts through a hole. Still on his feet. Still
Whistle
chugging.
blows. Whistle blows.
Still chugging. Yeah, you heard the whistles. Anna fans think that he got across the goal line for a touchdown, but they're going to stop him at the 4.
Yeah, so the Anna fans upset with the officials there for blowing that whistle. It was he was not making any more forward progress and blew the whistle, and the Wildcat defenders relented, hearing the whistle. He pushed forward even and getting closer to the goal line, maybe even get into the goal line. And so the Anna fans not happy about that. It's going to be second and
goal. No, it's not second and goal. It is second down
and 2
at the 4-yard line. Chumley again on the handoff, and Chumley trying to go wide to the left side, but Laren Vaughn, the middle linebacker for the Wildcats, not having any of it. And it's going to be third down.
He gets down to the 2-yard line.
No, they're going to call that on a first down.
Yeah, they say got it after all.
So it's going to be first and goal about on the 1-yard line. Well, they're going to call it the 2-yard line at the scoreboard there, but
so it was a short gain, but I didn't realize that he got enough to pick up the first down. So it is first and goal at the 2. Again, we are on the far side here. Perspective not the greatest. Williams, the quarterback, close to the goal line, touchdown. Zeandre Williams going to his left, and the game is tied now with the extra point to come.
So with 8:42 left in this third quarter, the Coyotes made quick work of the Wildcat defense, moving on down the field and putting 6 points on the board, and they're going to line up and kick this one in. The extra point attempt, and if they are successful with that, it'll be 17-16. Your Wildcats trailing.
Extra point kick, and I see a flag down. The kick is good, and they take the lead at 17-16, but a flag down.
Defense number 6.
There's going to be defensive offsides against the Wildcats. They're going to decline that. It's going to be good. 17-16, the Coyotes over your Wildcats. 8:42 left in the third quarter. We'll be back with Wildcat football on KSST here in just a moment.
Was that right? 40.
Let's go, Drew!
And we're back with Wildcat football here on KSST. The Anna Coyotes making quick work of their first possession of the second half, and John Mark always says that first possession of the third quarter is the most important of the game. And the Anna Coyotes turned it into 7 points.
Unless it comes down to the final possession of the game, with the game in the balance, that then does carry a bit of weight. But it sets the tone, I think, that first possession of the third quarter.
Wildcats back to receive the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. It's a deep one.
Schlicht kicking somewhat into the wind here, and it goes 8 yards deep in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So that is a 70-yard drive in 7 plays, most of it on the ground. Although there was that one slant in to the whiteout Steens that got him down close. But 70 yards, 7 plays. Touchdown by Williams on a 2-yard run, the quarterback.
Brady Driver coming out to command this Wildcat offense and try to get something moving from the 25-yard line.
Face mask penalty was a big factor on that drive for Anna also. This time Driver keeps it himself after faking to Cameron Jefferson, and there's nowhere for Driver to go. Maybe he got a yard.
Yeah, he broke through the line and was met by about 4 defenders there and got pushed all the way back into the backfield, but they gave him that forward progress and going to give him a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Well, the Wildcats, some personnel changing. Number 14, 7 and 1, that's Jackson Hare. And
Chris Adams also
coming in. And
Cameron Jefferson is out, and Malachi Rowland is in the ballgame at running back for Sulphur Springs. 2nd and 9. Driver changing the play perhaps at the line of scrimmage.
Play clock very short.
Anna leads at 17-16. Bubble screen to Jackson Hare, far side. Hare up to the 30-yard line as he got past the first tackler. Now a flag is down over on the far side.
Yeah.
You heard the Anna fans all exclaim at some point.
Several flags down, and I'm guessing that's going to be a hold. Yep, holding against the. So we're going to back it up quite a bit, and it's going to be a second down and about 19 for your Wildcats.
Holding on the block on that bubble screen over on the far side. Allowed Jackson Hare to get loose, apparently, and this pushes the ball back to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, very unfortunate turn of events there. Wildcats trying to get a little momentum and get down the field.
Second down and 19 for Sulphur Springs. Two wideouts to either side. Running back Malachi Rowland to the left of Brady Driver. Play action pass. Driver throwing it is picked off. At the 30-yard line, here's the return inside the 20, still going. And close to the goal line, they say he steps out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. Interception by
15.
Jamison Adams, and that is his 4th interception of the season.
He jumped, that was a jump ball. He jumped right in there and got it, and this ball game has turned around, not in the Wildcat favor very quickly. 7:31 left in this third quarter, and the Anna Coyotes have the ball down on the 3-yard line after that interception. It's going to be first and goal for the Coyotes down on the Wildcat 3.
Brady Driver throwing to the sideline, and Jamison Adams read the mail. Stepped in front of the receiver, cleanly made the interception, took it down the sideline, very nearly took it across the goal line. But they stop him, do the Wildcats at the 3-yard line. It is Anna leading Sulphur Springs 17-16. 7:31 left to go third quarter. Anna at the Sulphur Springs 3. Single wide out to either side. Tight end strong right. Handoff goes to George Rogers. Rogers picking his way, looking for a block. They say he got inside the 1. Rogers, who scored on the 3-yard touchdown pass not long before the end of the first half to pull Anna to within 16-10. Wildcats again led this game 16-3 midway through the second quarter. This is the number 3 team in 4A Division I in the state of Texas, the Anna Coyotes. Both teams undefeated in district play, going for the district championship here tonight. Second and goal from the 1. Zeandre Williams under pressure in the backfield, going to be brought down for a loss.
Oh, yes, a great play by the Wildcat defense. That was number 5, I think.
Well, Grayson Hardy.
Excuse me, 2.
Grayson Hardy's the guy that got in there.
Yes, Grayson Hardy.
Hardy, the leading tackler on the Wildcat defense with 101 tackles coming into the ballgame, making 107. And that adds to his total there. This is back at the 5.
A big third down play for the Wildcat defense. 6:26 left in this third quarter. Wildcats trailing 17-16. It looks like the Coyotes are going to take some time to talk about it. We're going to take a break with them. We'll be back with Wildcat football on KSST here in just a moment.
Wow.
That's amazing. Better. No. And we're back with Wildcat football here on KSST. The Wildcats not having a good third quarter so far. 6:22 left in this third quarter. The Anna Coyotes taking their kickoff and marching on down the field, putting 7 points on the board, making it 17-16 after the Wildcats were ahead 16-10 at the half. And then unfortunately, Brady Driver getting intercepted while they were down in Wildcat territory and then running it back. But it's a big third down play here. Third and goal. The ball's on the 5-yard line. Wildcats want to hold them here, maybe hold them to a field goal. A little discussion on the side of the field here with Coach Faircloth.
It's a 4-point play here either way. Third and goal from the 5. Ball on the near hash mark as they move left to right. Pass is out there to George Rogers, and he's got it for the touchdown. Rogers coming out of the backfield for his second touchdown reception of the night. And Anna extends the lead out to 23-16, 6:16 to go third quarter.
Oh, goodness. So Wildcats defense not having any luck during the third quarter here. This is, if they make this extra point, John Mark, it's going to be 21 unanswered points from the Coyotes.
That's right. Here is the extra point kick.
And it's no good, so it's 20 extra points. That's going to make it 23-16. It's the difference of a touchdown, 7-point difference right now.
This time it was Michael Hinckley attempting the extra point. He was 46 of 47 coming into the game, but he missed that one.
We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff. Wildcat football continues on KSST here in just a moment.
Thank you. Moving to into the quick live shuttle carrier of Anna for your quick vehicle services.
Good work, James. And we're back with Wildcat football. 6:16 left in the third quarter. Your Wildcats having a tough third quarter so far. Down 23-16 as they get ready to take the field and receive the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff after that Anna Coyote touchdown. That only came about because of that interception. John Mark.
Yep. Jamison Adams with his 4th interception of the season. He's a free safety. And he was playing center field there and ranged over to step in front, I think, of Skylar Lewis.
Yeah, you have to give him credit for that. He jumped right in there and grabbed that ball and took it down to the 3-yard line.
Almost all of the interceptions the Wildcats have had this season have been to the sideline. They have been passes into the flat, down the field. Here is the kickoff by Schlitt, and it bounds at the 5 and takes a high hop into the end zone, and it will be a touchback, first down, Sulphur Springs at the 25. Well, the good thing is Wildcats still just down by 7 points.
Oh, yeah. I was saying there's 20 unanswered points because it was 16-3.
Right.
And now it's 23-16. So the Coyotes getting that touchdown and extra point right before the half, bringing it 10-16, and then of course these 2 touchdowns with 1 extra point, 1 missed extra point. So bringing the score 23-16. The Wildcats can tie it up here with a touchdown and extra point, or they could go ahead with another touchdown and 2-point conversion.
Driver handing off to Malachi Rowland, and Rowland cut down after a loss of 1. And that once again is that terrific linebacker for the Coyotes, C.J. Miller, who came into the game with 110 tackles. Senior linebacker C.J. Miller bringing Malachi Rowland down from behind. Loss of 1.
Community going up 21-7 over Kaufman in the third quarter, so they're progressing on that game as well.
2nd down, 11. Snap to Driver, swings it out to Wyatt Watson on a bubble, and Watson gets a block, gets up to the 29-yard line for a gain of about 5 yards. But it'll be 3rd down now for Sulphur Springs.
Late hit is what I'm calling on that particular tackle. They've blown the whistle and threw our runner down, but the officials didn't see it that way, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Ball on the 30-yard line, deep in Wildcat territory.
Big play here for Sulphur Springs. Wildcats do not want to give the ball right back to Anna.
Correct. They need to convert here on this 3rd and 5 and don't need to take it to 4.
Even if you don't drive down to get a score, you need to get a first down here. Snap to Driver. Driver throwing for Skylar Lewis over his extended hand at the 40-yard line, incomplete. Driver hit hard by the oncoming rush of the Coyotes. Is there a flag down somewhere? I have the sense.
No, the sideline is complaining over here, but the punt team comes out for your Wildcats, and they're going to punt the ball away. 4th down and 5, and not being able to get any traction here, they're going to safely punt the ball away.
23-16, Anna leading, 4:54 left to go third quarter. Anna has scored twice here in the third quarter to take the lead after the Wildcats led at halftime 16-10. Driver getting the punt away. This is a beaut. Lands at the 45-yard line, takes a Wildcat hop, picked up, and now the return coming back the other way. A flag down as the return man for Anna, Jahari Finney, going laterally there across the field.
Now, if that's here.
I don't know if that flag we just saw was just one being
the returning flag. Well, apparently it's not against Anna because it's 5 yards. It was 4th and 5. And if it was against them, we would.
Holding. Return team number 32. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul.
Okay, so it was a holding penalty against Anna.
On the return.
Yes, on the return. So they're going to get that return, but then get 10 yards marked off of that. So they're going to be deep in their own territory, and it looks like we've had some Anna fans show up on this side of the field. And hear the screaming the other way there. So.
So the holding penalty is a big break for Sulphur Springs as this pushes the ball back to the 22-yard line. Otherwise would have been around the 40 in Anna territory. Anna leading 23-16. Zeandre Williams, the quarterback in the shotgun, takes the snap, fires it out to the far side, and it is caught. And stepping out of bounds over there for the Wildcats, or for the Coyotes, is Jacob Emmers, and they say he went out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Is that the 29-yard line?
Yeah, so it's going to be about 3 to go then. They backed it up a little bit.
Gain of 7, so this is 2nd and 3. 1 wide out to the far side, 2 to the near side. Play action pass as Williams fakes the handoff, passing. Now Emmers makes the catch again in the flat over on the far side, and he is out of bounds at the 40, and that'll be a first down for Anna. Again, Jacob Emmers is their D1 prospect being recruited by UT San Antonio, Arkansas State, Boise State, Cal, and Louisiana Tech.
Going to move them all the way up to their own 40-yard line. Just if they get this first down, they're going to be in the Wildcat territory.
First down from the 40. Keep it on the ground, and they give it to Edward Chumley, and Chumley is stacked up after a gain maybe of only a yard to the 41-yard line. Chumley's been quiet. He came into the game with 513 yards rushing, 6.3 yards a carry, and 5 touchdowns. Now, he had 23 catches for 175 yards and 4 touchdowns coming in, but it's been Rogers who's done the damage for Anna. 23-16 now. 2nd down and 9. 23-16, Anna leading. Play action pass again for Jacob Emmers at the 40-yard line. Incomplete, too tall. Emmers making a leaping attempt there, but not coming down with the ball. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Big play here for the Wildcat defense.
Yeah, it's a huge play for the Wildcat defense. 2 Wildcat defenders running into each other on that play, but they got in there and broke up that reception for the Coyotes.
3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side, a back to the left of Williams. He's in the pocket, backpedaling, now scrambling to his right. Has a man in front of us at the 40-yard line, but incomplete.
Intended receiver for the Coyotes, number 88, just overthrown. It was well over his head and well off the sideline. So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Coyotes. Looks like they're going to kick it away. Wildcats back. I've got number 5 back here to receive the punt, and number 9 for the Wildcats. So that's going to be
Wyatt Watson and Skylar Lewis are back for Sulphur Springs. So the Wildcat defense gets off the field on that 3rd down and 9. Here's the snap and the punt away. Be taken by Wyatt Watson at the 21-yard line, and Watson a little shoulder shake and able to pick up 4 or 5 yards on the return across the 25 up to about the 27-yard line.
Yep.
So a punt of 38 yards there for the Coyotes.
3:24 left in this third quarter. The Coyotes up 23-16 over your Sulphur Springs Wildcats, and going to take their 1st and 10 here from their own 27-yard line, try to make something out of this drive.
Wildcats 3 and out on their first possession of the second half. And then the interception on the next possession. This time it's Malachi Rowland. He goes up the middle. Little hole there opens up, and he shoots through it for about 3 yards or so up to the 30-yard line, or are they going to give him the 30? Haven't seen the ball. It was put down to the 29, so he gets 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Ball square between the hash marks as they move to our left. 23-16. Anna leading by 7. 2:50 left to go third quarter. Coyotes threatening the blitz here from the outside. Driver changing the play. Grayson Reams, the H-back behind the left tackle. Fake it to Cameron Jefferson. Driver keeps it himself, and he is stacked up at the 30-yard line after a gain of 1. And Chad, that's a concerning aspect of the game right now, is that Brady Driver not gaining the yards like he did in the first half.
Yes, it certainly looks like the Coyote defense has made some much-needed changes there and shut down the runs by Brady Driver. So they certainly have been taken to task there at halftime by their coach, and they've done well. So 2 minutes and 4 seconds left and counting here in this third quarter. The Wildcats trying to get something moving, trying to answer those 20 unanswered points that the Coyotes have put on the board.
Chris Adams and Jackson Herring to the ball game at receiver for Sulphur Springs on this 3rd down and 7. Passing over the middle, caught by Wyatt Watson for the first down at the 45-yard line.
Yes,
Watson breaking in from right to left, a leaping catch at the 45.
Right. He lost his helmet on that play, and he's going to stay down. We're going to have an injury timeout for this game, and we're going to take a timeout with him. We'll be back with Wildcat football here in Anna in just a moment. Wyatt Watkins leaving the field there under his own power. We'll be resuming play here in just one moment. Lost his helmet there, just shaking up, looks like. And we're back with Wildcat football. The Wildcats moving down the field, getting that first down, that all-important Hootens Hardware first down. They're going to be up close to midfield.
First down from the 47-yard line. And on first down, the handoff goes to Cameron Jefferson, the senior running back for the Wildcats. Jefferson off the left side, able to get up to the 49-yard line for a short gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Trailing 23-16, just over a minute left to go third quarter. Third quarter has totally belonged to the Anna Coyotes.
It has.
But spark of life shown by the Wildcats a moment ago in that 17-yard pass to Wyatt Watson. Flags down.
Whistle blows.
2nd and 8.
Yeah, they stopped the play there, so going to be a false start against the Wildcats. They're going to move that back 5 yards. That's going to make it 2nd down again, but 13 yards this time. 51 seconds left in this third quarter, and they'll be switching ends of the field. They won't have far to go as they're on their own. The Wildcats now are on their own 44-yard line, just getting close to midfield.
Behind the chains here on 2nd down and 13. Wide out left, wide out right. H-back behind the right tackle. Running back Cameron Jefferson to the left of Driver. Driver fakes to Jefferson, and Driver keeps it himself. And a short gain there for Brady Driver across the 45 up to the 46-yard line.
Very short gain.
Pickup of 2.
He's going to need 13 now. No. Excuse me, 11.
Yeah, I'd say 11.
Yeah.
3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Personnel changes here for the Wildcats and the Coyotes on this 3rd down and long.
Yeah.
Sulphur Springs, of course, likely to throw 3 wideouts to the far side and 1 to the near side, but that is the end of the third quarter. So we go to the fourth quarter in this game for the district championship between Sulphur Springs and Anna. It is Anna 23, Sulphur Springs 16.
We'll take a break and be back with the fourth quarter here of Wildcat football and KSST here in just a moment. And we're back, a very tense fourth quarter about to start here. John Mark, Wildcat football, getting ready. That's big, huge third down for your Wildcat offense as they're behind the chains, as you say, 3rd and 11, now moving left to right as the fourth quarter gets started.
Need to reach the Anna 43-yard line for the first down. Man in motion from left to right. That's Wyatt Watson. Driver in the pocket. Looking downfield, going to run it, tucks it, and Driver pulled down after he crossed the 50-yard line at about the Anna 49-yard line, and he will be short of the first down by a good 6 yards or so.
And let's see if we're in 4-down territory here as Brandon Faircloth calls in the play. No personnel changes there for the Wildcats. Looks like they're going to go for it, but with Brady Driver being the punter,
right,
and just about anything could happen. Wildcats down 7 points, 23-16 as this fourth quarter gets started. Not having any luck at all during the third quarter.
Ball is at the 50-yard line. 4th down and 7. They will go for it. Driver calls for the football. Driver under pressure, scrambling, and going to be sacked back at the 42-yard line of the Wildcats.
Yes, Brady Driver really scrambling like he does so well, but one of the Anna Coyote defenders got to him, and it's going to be Coyote ball headed the other way.
I think that's C.J. Miller, the linebacker we've been talking about a lot tonight, who came into the game with 6 sacks, and if that was him, that's his 7th sack of the season. And Anna takes over at the Sulphur Springs 43-yard line, leading 23-16.
Yes, not only did he sack him well behind the line of scrimmage, but then, of course, turned it over on down. So pretty good field position for Anna Coyotes. 11:07 left in the ball game. Wildcats trail 23-16.
Snap to Zeandre Williams. First down from the Sulphur Springs 43. Ball is
intercepted
by Laren Vaughn. Off the hands of the receiver and into the hands of Sulphur Springs middle linebacker Laren Vaughn. What a huge play for the Wildcats.
And the Sulphur Springs Wildcat fans go crazy as it came in and out of the hands of number 2 for the Anna Coyotes, and Laren Vaughn came down with it just like a Christmas present, just fell right into his hands. He gained some yardage, and now it's going to be 1st and 10 for your Sulphur Springs Wildcats, and they're on the Anna side of the field.
Sean Steen, the intended receiver, but it bounced off his hands and right into the hands of Laren Vaughn, his first interception of the season. First down, Sulphur Springs at the Anna 48-yard line. Wildcats down 23-16. Snap to Driver, give it to Cameron Jefferson. Tough going up the middle. Jefferson, maybe a yard or 2 is all.
Grayson Reams in motion there, and then leading the blocking for the Wildcat runner there, and so couple of yards, going to be 2nd and 8. Wildcats really could use a big play right now. Of course, that's a big turnover, but need to put some points on the boards, need to move down the field.
Sulphur Springs was able to run the ball against Anna in the first half, but that has not been so in the second half. Ball between the hash marks, 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line of the Coyotes. Brady Driver looks like he's changing the play at the line of scrimmage. As Cameron Jefferson, running back a step to his right, and Wildcats going to call timeout.
Yeah, the play clock was getting down to 0, so Brandon Faircloth quickly called a timeout to avoid a penalty. We're going to take a timeout with him. We'll be back with Wildcat football here on KSST in just a moment. Net back. And we're back with an exciting game here, Wildcat football. Anna, Texas. Wildcats trailed 23-16 the Anna Coyotes, but just over that gift of a turnover that the Wildcats just got. It's second down and 8. They're on the Coyote side of the 50-yard line, and Wildcats looking to make something happen. Calling a timeout there to avoid the penalty as the play clock was just about to hit 0.
I see Wyatt Watson back in the ballgame. He came out and made that 17-yard catch on the last possession. It was hit hard and lost his helmet, but he's back in there now. Here's second and 8. Play action pass. Driver over the middle. In and out of the hands of Wyatt Watson at the 30-yard line. But I think his vision was obscured there, Chad.
Yes, there was 2 or 3 Coyote defenders and an official in the way there when that ball got thrown. So a huge third down play now for your Wildcats.
Almost a big play for Sulphur Springs. Watson, had he caught it in stride, might have taken it all the way to the goal.
Oh yeah, he was moving.
Third and 8 at the Anna 46-yard line. 10:02 to go in the ball game, and the clock is stopped. 23-16, Anna leading the Wildcats. Snap to Driver. Driver gives it to Cameron Jefferson, and Jefferson lowering his shoulder, bangs down to about the 40-yard line. That's the best rushing play of the second half we've seen.
Absolutely.
It's down to the 40, but it's going to be 4th and 2.
Wildcats probably going to go for it again. They just need to make something happen. 9:44 and counting left in the ball game. Wildcats down by 7.
2 blocking backs, 2 H-backs behind the line, 2 tight ends. Jefferson is the running back. Snap to Driver. Driver will take it himself, trying to go to his right. Driver driving is not going to get there. Driver picks up 1 yard to the 39-yard line. He needed 2. And the ball goes back over to Anna.
So turning over on downs again, the Anna Coyotes will be much worse field position than they had last time, but they're still on their own 39-yard line. Brady Driver just not having any help on that side of the field, trying to break out into some open territory and met with some Anna Coyotes, and so he got wrapped up in that second and third effort. He just couldn't get that extra yard that he needed.
Here in the second half, this is the first defense that we have seen that has been able to consistently stop Brady Driver, especially in a short yardage situation.
Absolutely.
First down, Anna at its own 39-yard line. Hand off to George Rogers. Little scat back going outside and makes the corner, turns upfield close to the 50-yard line.
That's going to be enough for a first down. They're going to move the sticks, and they're going to spot the ball just right on the 50-yard line. So that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Anna Coyotes, right at midfield.
11 yards on the game by George Rogers, who's really been the offensive star of the game here for Anna with a couple of touchdown receptions. And quite a few yards piled up as far as his rushing total is concerned. 1st and 10 at the 50. Coyotes moving right to left. Again, give it to George Rogers. And Rogers pounding up the middle. Stood up after a gain of about 3 yards or so at the Sulphur Springs 47-yard line.
Getting a little cooler here in the visiting stands as the temperature continues to drop. Wind has died down a little bit, but I can still certainly feel a breeze out here in this al fresco seating that we have.
You could probably look it up, Chad, but I would guess we're down in the 50s by about this time.
Well, let me just verify that for you with the
2nd and 7 for Anna at the Sulphur Springs 47-yard line. Zeandre Williams is the quarterback. 2 men wide to the far side, 1 to the near side. H-back behind the right tackle. Give it to George Rogers. Rogers going to his right. Rogers cuts back, reaches the 45 for a gain of about 2. And we will have a 3rd down, and I make it 7 for Anna.
Okay. The temperature is just down to 61, but it's a very cool 61, I think, with the little bit of breeze that we have out here. They're going to give them a little more forward progress on that one, John Mark. They're going to call it 3rd and 5. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Williams back to throw. Passing on a slant in. Pass is caught. Steens is hit immediately at the 40-yard line, and apparently that will be good for a first down.
Oh, that's very, very close, but they're going to give him enough forward progress. He really got popped by a Wildcat defender, but it's going to be enough for a first down. They're going to move the chains. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the Wildcat 40-yard line. 7:33 and counting left in the ball game.
Anna leading 23-16. Wildcats led this game at one time 16-3.
Yes, like I said, 20 unanswered points so far.
First down, Anna at the Sulphur Springs 40. This is still a 7-point game, though.
Yes.
Hand off to George Rogers. Rogers going to his left. Slices through the Wildcat defense and gets down to the 39-yard line before he's brought down hard.
Well, personnel change for the Wildcat side. Number 32 going in. That's going to be T.J. Bolden.
I think I said the 39. I was thinking 35, but it's actually the 34 to completely confuse you. So that is a gain of 6 yards.
Right.
For George Rogers to the 34-yard line.
6:40 and counting. The Coyotes letting since they're ahead, letting the clock run when they can.
And this was what I hoped that Sulphur Springs would be able to do here in the second half, but so far it hasn't been that way. Give it to Rogers. Rogers takes a step to his right, jump cut, back to the left, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage or thereabouts.
Yeah, they may back him up a couple of feet there, and Wildcat defense really reading that one and dropping him for, I'm going to say, loss of half a yard. They barely moved the stick, but
loss of a yard. Day Hall combining with Nathan Andrews on the tackle. So this is 3rd and make it 5 for Anna. Williams, the quarterback, connects with Steen over on the far side. Steen makes the catch in the flat, and he has the first down.
Yeah, it's going to be enough to move the chains. The Coyotes making quick work here, making their way down the field. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Coyotes on the 25-yard line. 5:36 and counting left on the game clock here.
10 yards on that game. On that 3rd down play. Sean Steens coming into the game with 48 receptions for 587 yards and 6 touchdowns. Wildcats have done a pretty good job of containing him so far tonight, but he does pick up the first down there.
Letting the play clock run down. I think they're going to take a timeout here. Yep, timeout taken on the other side of the field. We're going to take a timeout with them. 5:10 left in the ball game. The Wildcats trailing 23-16. And the Coyotes have the ball on the Wildcat 25-yard line. We'll be back with Wildcat football here on KSST here in just a moment. Ball game here with the Wildcats trailing the Anna Coyotes 23-16. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the ball game. Wildcat defense need to dial it up here, John Mark, as the Coyotes are down on the Wildcat 25-yard line, 1st and 10. If they get a score and keep and get enough time off the clock, it's going to be bad news for the Wildcats.
First down for Anna. Handoff here to Jacob Emmers, who's normally a wide receiver. I don't think that was a jet sweep, but he goes to his right, takes it outside, cuts back, gets to the 20. And so that's a gain of 5.
Yeah, so the Wildcat defense really needs to hold them here.
Five minutes and 1 second left to go in the game. Second down and 5 for Anna at the Sulphur Springs 20-yard line.
That Community and Kaufman game's turned around. Now it's Kaufman 28, Community 21.
I thought that would be a very competitive game. DeAndre Williams in the shotgun. Hands off. And it's George Rogers coming to his left, cutting it back, finally makes the corner. Wildcats wrap him up and bring him down after a short gain. In on that tackle for Sulphur Springs, among others, Grayson Hardy, the leading tackler on the Wildcat defense with 107 tackles coming into the game. Giovanni Ibarra was also there for Sulphur Springs. Now, flag is down on the play.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Offense. 15-yard penalty. Third down.
Unnecessary roughness against the Coyotes. Going to walk them back 15 yards here.
So that's going to make it second down and 20. No, third down and 20. They're going to lose the down. It was second and 5, and so they're going to lose that down and move it back another 10 yards or 15 yards. It's going to make it third and 20. They're all the way back on the 36, about the 35-yard line, actually. Time for the Wildcat defense to put a stop to the Anna Coyotes.
Wildcat fans making a lot of noise. Here's a draw play to George Rogers. Rogers up the middle and has a gain down to about the 29-yard line, but well short of a first down. He's tackled by Laren Vaughn and Day Hall.
Yeah, maybe got 5 yards. Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 29-yard line. It's fourth down, and that's going to make it about 16, 14, 15.
Fourth and 14.
Fourth and 14. The ball on the 29-yard line, and it's going to be, they're going to go for it.
4 minutes left to go in the game, and now under 4 minutes to go in the game, and Anna leading 23-16. Huge play right here, 4th and 14.
Wildcats need to make a stop and get the ball back, try to make something happen, stay in this ball game.
DeAndre Williams in the shotgun, takes the snap, feeling the pressure, scrambling, throwing into the end zone, has a man out there.
And they're going to say that he got it, pulled
Still
it
waiting
down,
for the call.
and it's a touchdown.
Apparently it will be a touchdown to Emmers, Jacob Emmers, the top receiver for Anna.
And so the Anna Coyotes are going to put 6 more points on the board as their quarterback scrambled, threw one into the end zone, almost a Hail Mary. The receiver came down with it, and it's 29-16, pending the extra point try.
Trying to watch this on the video board. What a catch that was in the back corner of the end zone there by Jacob Emmers. I couldn't tell if he had it or not. Here's the extra point kick.
And it's good.
It is good by Michael Hinckley, and now 30-16. Anna leading the Wildcats with 3:36 to go.
We'll be back with Wildcat football and the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff in just a moment.
The result of the play is a successful action point. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, Sulphur Springs number 75. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. That is number 75, Spurs unsportsmanlike, plus disqualification.
And we're back with Wildcat football. The Wildcats having a tough time in this second half of the ball game. They're down 30-16 with only 3:36 left in the ball game. They're back to receive the J. Hodge Chevrolet kickoff, but unfortunately during the break, we were told about a penalty against the Wildcats, which will be assessed on this kickoff, and that means that the Anna Coyotes will be kicking off from the Wildcat 45-yard line. It was a personal foul penalty and 15 yards marked off, so instead of kicking it from the 40 on their side, John Mark, they're going to be on the 45 on our side, and this kicker just may be able to put it right through the uprights here.
Am I right? That was a 4th and 14 play?
That's correct.
29-yard touchdown pass from DeAndre Williams to Jacob Emmers on 4th and 14. And as Chad told you, Williams, here's an onside kick attempt. And Anna jumping up and down like they got the ball back here.
But
they're kicking off from the Sulphur Springs 45.
It didn't go 10 yards. Yeah, so it wouldn't have gone 10 yards. If they got it before it got to the 30. So
were they kicking off from the 45 or the 40?
Excuse me, the 45. You're correct.
Yeah. So they needed
to get to the 35.
Yeah.
Yes, I stand corrected.
I see another flag down over on the far side, however.
Yeah, so the Anna fans got real excited real quick, but we'll see what the call is.
Kicking team,
Offsides.
number 6. 5-yard penalty and re-kick.
So they're going to have to re-kick now from the 50.
Yeah.
Got to get my yard markers correct here.
So again, the Wildcats were penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct on the touchdown play.
Right. And then
so Anna was kicking off from the Sulphur Springs 45-yard line and opted for the onside kick attempt. Now they'll be kicking off from the 50.
Yeah, Anna Coyotes confused as they're walking back and forth on the field here, trying to figure out where they're going to kick it off from.
Now, I believe one of the Wildcats also was ejected from the game. I did not hear which one it was if they did announce that.
Yeah, it must have been the second personal foul call, and so he was ejected.
Or disqualified, as
yes, right.
More polite term.
And I didn't see exactly what that was.
This time the kick
deep
by kicker Camden Schlitt.
Yes.
Had a hard time pronouncing that name all night.
I understand.
Goes through the end zone for the touchback.
So the Wildcats get it on the 25.
Yeah. Wildcats up against it here now, trailing by 14 points, 30-16, 3:36 left to go. So that drive, Chad, 61 yards in 10 plays.
Have to hand it to the Anna Coyotes, who really turned it up here during the second half. Right before the half, actually, they got that other touchdown, and then 2 more touchdowns in quick fashion in the third quarter, and then another in the fourth. So
Wildcats led this thing midway through the second quarter, 16-3. Driver going to be sacked back at about the 21-yard line.
Yep, so it's going to be a loss of yardage there, but 2 yards. They're going to call it 3 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 13.
Senior linebacker Brandon Green with his 5th sack of the season. One thing I noticed in their statistics getting ready for this game, they've had a lot of sacks. They've got several players with 4 or 5 or 6 sacks.
Yep.
And we've seen that tonight. Driver on 2nd down and 13 in the shotgun, backpedaling, gonna scramble, gonna run, crosses the line of scrimmage up to about the 30-yard line for a gain of 9 yards or so. Once again, C.J. Miller, linebacker for Anna, on the tackle there. 2:35 and the clock is rolling. Wildcats need 2 touchdowns. 3rd down, and scoreboard says 5. I guess that's right.
Yeah, Wildcats kind of letting the clock run here.
Driver with the snap in the shotgun, immediately feeling the pressure. Now moves to his left and throws, almost picked off there. The 45-yard line, pass intended for Skylar Lewis.
So it's going to bring a 4th down play again, and the clock ticking. Well, the clock is going to stop there on that incomplete pass. 2:11 left in the ball game. Wildcats down 30-16. They're kind of playing like they feel a little defeated right now, John Mark, and they've really
seen some hands-on hits.
Yep, and the Coyotes have really answered the call after halftime here, really turned up the heat. It was, like to say, they've 27 unanswered points since the Wildcats have last scored.
4th and 5. Bubble screen to the far side. Pass is complete.
It won't be enough.
I believe that was Skylar Lewis on the catch, and he's only able to get to about the 27-yard line. That may, in fact, have been a loss on the play. I guess it was. And a very late flag thrown high into the air at the end of that play.
Another personal foul, I would guess, or unsportsmanlike conduct. 2 minutes left in the ball game. The Wildcats turn it over on downs. The Anna Coyotes can just run the clock out on this one, and they'll prove victorious 30-16 over your Sulphur Springs Wildcats. A heartbreaker of a game here that was going so well in the first and most of the second quarter, John Mark.
That's right.
So just unfortunate, but a state-ranked team, a very successful season so far. The Anna Coyotes have had, but so have the Wildcats. So
they're calling off the penalty. They're waving it off.
Waving that off.
Skylar Lewis got to the 29-yard line, but again, I guess that was a loss of 1 on that bubble screen, trying to pick up 4th and 5. But Anna takes over at the Sulphur Springs 29-yard line.
It's Anna's ball game at this point. They can just do about whatever, run the clock on down.
As Chad was alluding to a moment ago, Anna number 3 in the state.
Yep.
And these two teams, as of right now, both undefeated in district play, and so this game is for the district championship. And right now, it definitely looks like that's going to go to Anna. But the Wildcats will finish second if this score holds, and they will be in the playoffs. And we'll find out very soon who they will be playing. Here's George Rogers taking the handoff, going to his left and cutting back to the right. And gets a yard or 2, maybe 3, I guess 2, to the 27-yard line of Sulphur Springs. Wildcats would play either Wilmer Hutchins or Dallas Carter next week in a by-district game.
Right. Just looking for that score again. Nobody's posting that anywhere.
Those two schools are playing each other tonight, and Wildcats would play the winner of the Wilmer Hutchins-Dallas Carter game. Second down and 8. Zeandre Williams, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Gives it to George Rogers, and Rogers hit behind the line and thrown for a loss.
Go.
And things getting a little chippy out there.
They are getting a little chippy, and there should have been a personal foul call as one of the Anna Coyotes pushed down a Wildcat well after the play was over. But no flag as the clock continues to run down. The officials not wanting to stop the clock and let this one just run on out. 42 seconds and counting, 19 seconds on the play clock, so they can run one more play, and that's just about going to do it for this ball game.
TJ Bolden made the tackle on that last play for Sulphur Springs. It's a loss back to the 33-yard line. So this is 3rd and 14 for Anna, but they are just going to take the ball and go to a knee. Zeandre Williams says that's enough for us. Yep. We've had plenty.
With 16 seconds left and counting, the Anna Coyotes are headed to the sideline. Their fans, of course, rejoicing as they line up to come shake hands with the Sulphur Springs Wildcats, defeating your Sulphur Springs Wildcats 30-16 in a heartbreaker of a loss, with the Wildcats starting out this game doing so well against the Anna Coyotes. But Anna Coyotes have pulled it out and scoring 27 unanswered points against the Wildcats.
And 21-0 in the second half.
Yes.
So 3 touchdowns for Anna in the second half. Sulphur Springs unable to answer. And what we were talking about at halftime, it's the exact opposite of what happened. Is we hope that the Wildcats will be able to run the football and keep the ball away from the Anna offense and run time off the clock, and that just absolutely did not happen. The Anna defense really rose to the occasion here in the second half and pretty well shut down the Wildcats offense.
That's going to do it for us here in Anna, Texas, as the Wildcats couldn't pull this one out, but still second place in district. Like John Mark said, they'll be playing a playoff game next week. We'll keep you posted on that, exactly who and where and when they'll play. But until then, that's going to do it for us. Thanks to Natalie Sheffield on the camera tonight, Matt Jansen making everything work here for us, John Mark Dempsey, of course, on play-by-play, and I'm your color commentator, Chad Young. And we couldn't do any of it without our own James Terry back in the studio. James, we'll send it back to you. That's going to do it for us here, Wildcat football in Anna, Texas. Okay, thank you, James. We're going to pack it up and shiver on home.